For today's video, we are keeping it real cozy because I am here to share with you my fragrances that are perfect for a cozy night in. If you're interested, then just keep watching. Before we get to the video, I do want to quickly introduce myself for those of you who may be new here. My name is Aisha. I make videos about fragrance, beauty, luxury, and lifestyle. If those are things you're interested in, please consider subscribing. And if you are a returning subscriber, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So as I said, we're keeping it real cozy. I got on my robe. I love this robe. I got on some lounge clothes and we are just here to chill and talk about fragrances. So I actually have my glass of wine. I'm filming this at night. I have my glass of wine. We're gonna keep this really casual and I hope you all enjoy. So let's go ahead and get into these fragrances. The first fragrance that I have is Natus Parfums Swart exclusive. So this was actually released in collaboration with Big Beard Business, his very first collaboration with them. This was a part of it and I love this fragrance. So when I smell this fragrance, it smells like there is definitely some marshmallow in here, something fluffy, maybe possibly whipped cream, but it is not an overly sweet fragrance. So I smell something that smells like marshmallow. I also smell something like vanilla or tonka, giving it a little bit of sweetness, but still it's not a ton of sweetness. Also, I believe there's a coffee note in here and I'm pretty sure I pick up on that as well. Overall, this is a very well blended fragrance. For me, it is hard for me to pick out more notes than that just because it all kind of just goes together. But overall, it gives me just this very sensual feel. So I love to wear this for cozy nights in, whether that be with my hubby or by myself. I just think it works so well. This is one of my favorite like Netflix and chill fragrances because it's never too much and I think there's just something so inviting about the way this smells. Now, not all of these fragrances are for like Netflix and chill. That's why I call them cozy night in. So this could be like cozy night in with your friends, cozy night in with your man, cozy night in by yourself, watching TV. It really doesn't matter. I'll just kind of specify, you know, how I use them, but all of these will work for any of those type of occasions. But anyway, I love this fragrance. It's just, every time I smell this and I wear it, it's one that I want to keep reaching for. So it has this magnetic quality to me and I think it's not talked about enough, honestly. So again, that is Swart exclusive from Natus Parfums. The next fragrance is from Dior and this is Fab Delicious. So this one is a popular one. It's an oldie but a goodie, but it is one that I love. This is one of my favorite fragrances and I actually call this like my hug in a bottle because this is one of those fragrances I turn to when I just need some comfort. Therefore, I wear it at night a lot for a cozy night in, a cozy day in, when I'm just feeling bad. Even if I'm feeling good, like I wear this all the time at night. Not all the time, obviously, but this is one, out of this list, this is probably the one that I have reached for the most at night for those cozy type situations. And this is the time of the year to pull out those fragrances that make you feel cozy, especially something like this because it is quite a lot. I didn't even talk about how it smelled yet, but this is a tonka bean fragrance. It is a little bit sweet. It's a little powdery. I don't think it's overly powdery, but I have heard some people say that this smells very powdery to them. But for me, I get like a sweetened tonka bean scent. Smells like there could be some nuances of almond and cherry in this fragrance, but not a lot. Just enough to give it that sweetness and that nutty aspect. There is also a lavender note in this fragrance, which some people pick up on a lot, but I will say I smell it when I first spray it, but then I don't really smell it anymore. So if lavender is a problem for you, try this on your skin. Let it sit for at least 5 minutes to see if that lavender is going to be a problem for you. It is not for me, but I have heard some people say that. And yeah, I just love this. It's so smooth, it's so well blended. It just makes me feel so cozy. The way this fragrance wears on the skin, it just embraces you. Like it is just a hug of a fragrance. So again, that is Dior Fab Delicious. The next fragrance that I have is from Juliet Has a Gun and this is Sunny Side Up. Now I do think I've talked about this very recently a lot. So I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on this, but this is definitely one of my go-to like cozy night in fragrances. I wear this during the day too. I think this is actually really versatile, but this is one that I can turn to when I want something that's very cozy, especially if I'm just hanging out by myself. So this is a sandalwood coconut scent, but it has a molecular aspect to it that gives it that airiness, a little bit of slight woodiness, besides the sandalwood. And overall, it's just a very creamy scent. I tend to reach for this on a cozy night in when I am just by myself, honestly. I don't find this to be like a sexy scent, even though I'm not saying it's not sexy, but it just doesn't fall into that category for me. So this is more so like, I don't know what to wear. I just want something cozy. I'm just gonna watch TV or something like that by myself. This just always works. So again, that is Juliet Has a Gun, Sunny Side Up. This next fragrance is what I'm actually wearing tonight. And now that I think about it, I probably should have started with this fragrance. That kind of just makes sense as I'm wearing it. But anyway, this is Killian Levert. Now this is not a very popular fragrance. This is part of the Liquors collection, but it's not the most popular one in the collection. And I know why, but I love it. So like all the fragrances in the Liquors collection from Killian, they all have a liquor that they're focused on. So this one is focused on absinthe. So with that, I definitely smell a licorice smell. I don't know if licorice is an actual note, but I definitely smell a licorice smell in this fragrance. If you don't like licorice, you're not gonna like this fragrance. But in addition to that licorice, I definitely smell something sweet in the background, like like vanilla, possibly amber. This does smell very ambery to me. And again, this is one of those fragrances that gives you that cloud of fragrance. You do not need to spray a lot. This is one that I have to be light-handed with if I'm wearing it for a cozy night in, because it can be quite powerful, especially when you first spray it. But once it settles into the skin, it is just so gorgeous. I love it from first spray, but I know a lot of people think this is masculine. But I will say, if you're a woman and you're trying this, try it on your skin and see. Because when I first got this bottle, I'm not gonna lie, when I sprayed it on paper, I thought it was gonna be too masculine for me. But once I sprayed it on my body, that was not the case. So this is one you definitely should check out and try it on your skin, see if you like it. But I really like this one for colder nights. I don't find this so heavy that I can't sleep with it, because it just gives you that cuddled up feeling. It just feels like a hug. I feel like I'm being repetitive, but I mean, this is a cozy night in fragrance video, so I feel like most of them I can kind of describe as feeling like a hug, and this definitely falls into that category. I have worn this around my husband. He enjoys it as well. He's never, I don't know if he enjoys it on himself, but he enjoys it on me. We don't share fragrances, so I'm sure it would smell awesome on a man though. I just have never smelled it on a man, but on myself, I love it. This is one that I cannot get enough of, and it's perfect for cool to cold weather. So again, that is Levert by Killian. By the way, don't be concerned for me. I know y'all see this fireplace in the background. I don't have the heat on it. It's just an electric fireplace, so you can do it with the heat or without the heat. We're pretending like it's cold, but it's really not. Anyway, this next fragrance is a newer one to my collection, but it is a popular one in the fragrance community, and I finally just went ahead and added it. So this is BDK Gris Charnel. To me, this fragrance is all about the tea, the fig, and the cardamom notes. There are other notes in this as well, but those are the ones that stand out to me, and I think they stand out like a lot on my skin. All three of those notes. So this fragrance is interesting to me. I don't think this is a safe blind buy. I think it's quite unique, so I'm kind of surprised that it's so popular on YouTube, because to me, it smells pretty complex, and it doesn't smell like everyone would love this. But I do love the smell of this. I definitely get cozy vibes from this. I think this is perfect for rainy days. I think it's perfect for cozy nights in, like what we're talking about. And I actually think this one is a slight bit sexy too. There's something just very mysterious about it, in my opinion. So I think that gives it a little bit of a sexy vibe. So if you're looking to wear this for like Netflix and chill, I think this would be perfect, as long as your person is into different type scents. But this is gorgeous. It is a little bit earthy smelling as well. I'm not sure if patchouli is a note in here, but it definitely smells like there could be some patchouli in the background, just giving it that earthy feel. But very cozy, very comforting. Again, that is Gris Charnel from BDK. The next fragrance is from Narciso Rodriguez, and this is Poudre. So this is a musky fragrance. It is a powdery musky fragrance. It's very kind of skin-like smelling, but add in some sweet powder, almost like cosmetic powder type smell. This is gorgeous. This is one that I typically only wear in the house, but I have worn it like in the house and had people over, and they always compliment me on it. Like when I've worn this out as well, I don't typically wear it out, but I have worn it out before, and this is a compliment getter. It just seems to really stand out to people. But in the house, I love it. I think it is just so sensual and cozy, and yeah, my husband loves this as well when I wear it. There is something so attractive about a good musk fragrance. I think that it just really it draws the people in, and you wouldn't think it when you smell this. It smells just so like feminine and like cozy, go to sleep, but there's something about a good musk that really like draws the people to you. I can't explain it, but maybe it's just that animal nature in all of us. But this one is so good for in the house. So now I pretty much only wear this in the house, and I think it's perfect for like date night in the house, chilling by yourself in the house too. But because my husband loves that, I typically will wear this on nights when I'm chilling out with him. So again, that is Narciso Rodriguez Poudre. This next fragrance is from Tatiana Trench, and this is Lens. So this smells like a spicy, sweet almond fragrance to me. The kind of almond that to me is similar to root beer, Dr. Pepper, that kind of like fizzy almond. This reminds me a lot of Hypnotic Poison from Dior, but it is much more refined, much more well blended. It smells a lot more luxurious. I love Dior Hypnotic Poison. That could have been one of my cozy night in fragrances too, but I went with this one just because since I've gotten this fragrance, I think this is just like a much better version of that. I don't want to feel like I am like hating on my Hypnotic Poison because I love that fragrance, but this one is just so much more. And for some reason I've relegated this to the house. I don't know why. You could definitely wear this fragrance out, but I love it for chilling out at home. This is like one of my sexier in the house scents. Now most Tatiana Trench fragrances I find to be quite big projectors, and they last a long time. They're considered beast mode for the most part. This to me is, I won't say it's soft because it's not a soft scent, but it is so well rounded. It's so smooth around the edges. I think that this is perfect for like close encounters. It's not gonna feel like too much. It does last long, but to me it's not like sharp and offensive. So this is perfect for cozy nights in, especially if you love a good almond scent. So again, that is Lent from Tatiana Trench. The next fragrance is from Initio, and this is Absolute Aphrodisiac. So as the name would imply, this one is perfect for Netflix and chill situations where you really want to do more chilling than Netflixing. Perfect for close encounters. There's just something so good about this fragrance. So this is a spicy vanilla fragrance. To me, it smells like you could have some sort of almond or maybe heliotrope note in this that is giving it that almondy smell. But I wouldn't really call this an almond fragrance. It's more about the vanilla, but you have that sweetness, that nuttiness as well. And then the spices are just so good. There is something so addictive about this fragrance. It's one of those ones, every time I smell it, I want to smell it some more. Every time I wear it, I want to wear it again the next day. It is just, there's something that is so drawing to me about this fragrance, and I think it's quite sexy. So definitely this is one I wear when I'm open for business. Anyway, this is Absolute Aphrodisiac from Initio. This next fragrance is one of my favorite fragrances, hands down, and this is Grand Swart from Maison Francis Kurkdjian. Now, I know a lot of you are probably like, what? That is not a cozy night in fragrance. But for me, it is. Now, I wear this, when it cools down, I wear this out and about, but I also love to wear it to bed. It makes me feel so luxe. When I'm saying to bed, I mean just at night. Like usually I take a shower, I don't go straight to bed. I take a shower and then I chill and then I go to bed. So I like to wear this for cozy nights in because it just makes me feel so luxe and grand, but also cozy and just warm and sensual. This fragrance is a vanilla amber fragrance. Emphasis on the amber, not so much the vanilla. And it is just so well done. It's very rich and resinous, and it just smells like luxury, y'all. It just smells like luxury. And I feel like this is quite versatile, well, for cooler weather anyway, but it's quite versatile because although I wear this in the house, I also would feel completely comfortable wearing this on like a formal night out or a regular night out or a regular day. Like this is just so good. So good. Love this one. So again, that is Grand Swart from Maison Francis Kurkdjian. This last fragrance is from Tom Ford, and this is Lavender Extreme. So if you watch my videos where I share what fragrance I'm wearing every single day and every single night, well, I'm sure you've seen me talk about this fragrance. I love it. This is like a go time for nighttime for me. This is all about lavender, but mixed in with that lavender, you have a nice tonka note. There might be some vanilla in this as well. I'm not quite sure, but it smells like it could be like a vanilla tonka lavender mix. There's also some other stuff to this fragrance, but honestly, this is so well blended. Lavender, for me, can be a difficult note. I know for a lot of ladies it can be difficult because it can come off masculine, but the way this one is blended, it is perfection. It is perfection. The lavender is still definitely there, but it's just so like round and smooth, and it's something so comforting, cozy, sexy, relaxing. It's all that. Like that's all kind of opposite stuff, but it's all of that. Like I love this fragrance. I'm so glad that I gave this one a try. This is one that I always thought smelled too masculine until one day I sprayed it on my skin. And let me tell you, the only reason I sprayed it on my skin is because I was thinking about getting it for my husband. So I sprayed it on my skin and walked around the mall, and then I was like, I need it for myself. Selfish. But I love this fragrance. It is so good. I do think it's perfectly unisex, but I think if you're a woman, do not let this silver lavender dream scare you, y'all. It is amazing. So love this one for in the house. I honestly don't really wear this one out. I should. Maybe when it gets a little bit colder I will, but I have been wearing this only in the house and I just love it. It just does something for me. So again, that is Lavender Extreme by Tom Ford. So those were the fragrances that I wanted to share with you for a cozy night in. Let me know if you've tried any of the fragrances that I mentioned. Do you have a go-to cozy night in fragrance? If you do, leave that in the comments down below as well. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. I typically upload 3 times a week, so make sure you have your notification bell on so that you don't miss a video from me. Also, if you're not already following me on Instagram, follow me over there so we can chit chat in my stories and in my DMs. I like connecting with you all over there, so definitely check me out on Instagram. I hope you all enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.